y'all, welcome back to Daydream Manor Flower Farm. I'm Dawn and I live in South Louisiana, and on this video I want to talk about the realities of marketing your flowers. Hey y'all, I am in the high tunnel this morning because I've really just lacked on things this week. I have been a slacker, taking care of some of just the basic things that need to be done out in the field because it's been a really packed week. That's the best way I can say it. So let's just jump into what we're going to talk about. Y'all, I'm sorry. We have, I don't know if it's where you live, we have like a ton of mosquito hawks everywhere. Like you walk and it's like a swarm, and I'm just watching them swarm the top of my camera. So I'm sorry if I get distracted by that. I'm going to try to ignore them. Let's start off with my weather report. Okay. It is, today. It is just humid, so the mosquitoes are really going to come out in full force. We got about 4 inches of rain the other night, which made it look like I was flower farming in a swamp. And I know some of you folks who don't live in Louisiana probably think we all live in a swamp because, thank you swamp people, if you know and you watched it back in the day, we all don't live like that. But it truly looked like a swamp this 2 days ago after that rain came through. So, which my flowers desperately need it, but rain also makes the weeds grow. So I've got some maintenance I need to do around the farm. And I'm just trying to figure it all out the next couple of weeks because we are starting to ramp up. It is getting time for to get all of the warm season stuff into the field. Cool season stuff is starting to grow. So it's a good problem. It's a good problem. All right, I want to really... mosquito. See? Dang it. We may have to move to the stem shed. I don't know how long I'm going to be out here. I just decided to scrap the idea of being in the high tunnel and come on into the stem shed again. All right. So, y'all, it has just been a crazy week. Spring is going to be challenging. And I mean that from a time management perspective. I don't mean that just from growing flowers, just from a time management perspective. So many things are happening right now, but look, let's do a quick update. So we got the 4 inches of rain, made my cool season flowers look amazing, but with that came weeds. Not been out there to weed, and thankfully, I do it in raised beds. They still get weeds, not near as bad as they did in the field. So I just need to go clean that up. Tulips are coming to an end, which we are going to talk about marketing those next. What else? Y'all, it is just, work has just ramped up, so I'm just trying to figure it all out. I've been in talks with another organization about doing something here in town, and hopefully I can get that hammered out over the next few weeks. Anyway, here's the deal. Y'all, marketing sucks sometimes. Social media is a necessary evil. It's exhausting, one. It is super exhausting. I know all of you are in the same flower groups I'm in, and I just can't look at them anymore. All this controversy over dahlia tubers, all of this other stuff, and I don't know. I just don't want to hear about it anymore. Again, to each his own. You don't have to buy from anyone you don't want to buy from. It's that person's business, how they choose to run it. They choose to run it. I just cannot imagine if we were back before social media that people would have this many opinions and would be talking about people the way they do to their face. And so that just bothers me. I talk about this all the time here, is flower farming for me is my creative space. I always said I wanted to grow flowers and sell flowers because I don't think mean people buy flowers. So it's just a space I want to create. I want to lift up other flower farmers. There is enough business for everyone. It is why I work with a small group of farmers that are 25 miles from my farm. We've had the best time. We just laugh at ourselves most of the time when we get together because we all screw up, and we're learning. 6 years in and I'm still learning every day. So I don't know, but the flip side of that is, how are you going to market your flowers? And that is where social media is a powerful tool. But I'm going to take you along let me take you along, or set the scenario for you for the tulips. So when they started coming in, you know, if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you saw me do Tulip Watch. I'm pumping it up. I'm really working hard to build my local following. And because those are the people that I know will come and buy my flowers, or I hope will come and buy my flowers. So for those of you who also are new here and don't know, I am in a boutique here in the city that I live in, the small town I live in, population about 17,000. The boutique is the largest boutique in our city. I keep calling it a city or town. It's really a town, I guess. Well, it's a city. Anyway, whatever. She has about 40 vendors in there. About 5,000 people follow the Facebook page. We're very active on it, constantly promoting what's in the boutique. So that helps. So I did some tulip bundles. And I did 10 to 12, 10 tulips. Oh, words are hard this morning. 10 tulips in a bundle and put them for sale in the boutique at $25 a bundle. And so I sold one, and that was it. A lot of traffic. I looked at sales for the week, like, because we can all see that, like how much is being purchased in the boutique. Sales were pretty normal. I mean, February and the 1st of March are always going to be really slow in retail anyway. So I started getting really discouraged. You know, if you follow my Instagram page, I have changed my Instagram page because I said the hell with the algorithm. If I'm going to put time in and do my social media, I want it to be true to who I am. I don't want to go make these reels to trending audio and all of that other crap. And I mean, it's fine for people who do it. I'm not saying anything. I just don't want to do it. That is not who I am. And I feel like I want to be who I am on social media. It is why on here, this is who I am in person. Like, I am just not, first of all, I'm too daggum old to worry about being somebody I'm not. It has taken me 57 years to get to who I am today. And you know what? I'm good with me. So there's that. That's my disclaimer. But so I've changed my Instagram. My Facebook follows along with that. So I have been promoting the heck out of the tulips. And y'all they weren't moving. So we decided, let's switch gears. So I asked the owner of the boutique, can I do a pop-up with just the tulips? And I did have a few arrangements made. The arrangements did not sell. Let me be real clear. The arrangements didn't sell. And those were out with the tulip bar. So we did a tulip bar Saturday morning. So that was yesterday. I know my video is a day later, but things have just been really crazy this week getting ready. Because, y'all, it is a lot of work to do a flower pop-up. You don't think it is. It just seems like you're just going to go put your baskets and all of that. It's so much more than that. So started off at 9 a.m. I posted in my stories. I posted on the boutique's website, Facebook page. I did a live for Facebook. And letting people know. And so it worked out a little bit better. I think what helped a little bit was Friday was my day to work in the boutique. As a vendor, if you have a space, you work one day a month. And so Friday was my one day. And while I was there, as people were coming in, I was like, y'all, look, we had set up the flower bar itself. And I had just had a few tulips in there just so we could start taking pictures. And I was telling people, look, tomorrow morning we're doing the tulip bar, you know. So I was trying to promote it in store as well, which worked because I had people come back Saturday morning. But y'all, I'm going to tell you, Saturday morning, we open at 9 o'clock, and I'm just like, oh, I'm trying to manifest a line of people to come in at this point. I'm like, please. And I had about 200 stems that I was trying to move. So, maybe not quite 200. Maybe about 175, 180 now that I really think about it. So, 9 o'clock, y'all, lo and behold, here comes someone. She saw it. Her mother loves tulips, so she was there to get it. Next in was someone that I've built a relationship with. If you look back at one of my other videos, I talk about doing professional development, and I did that for a group here, the Extended Flower Hour. And she came in with her 2 young daughters. They carried in their own vases. Y'all, it was precious. And then people just slowly started trickling in. And what I realized when I was sitting there, or standing actually, when people would walk in, because you had to walk in and you were directly facing there, I just started, as people walked in, I would just start saying, good morning. Today we're doing a tulip bar, $2 a stem. You build your own bouquet, fit your own, whatever your budget is. And so I realized I had to start telling people what was happening, even though there was signage up, all of that. Y'all, I had to turn into a salesperson yesterday. So I know a lot of you think, oh, she's such an extrovert and she likes to be out there. Y'all, I get tired. Like I always say I'm an introvert that's forced to be an extrovert. So yesterday I crashed when I got home because it's being on. Like you have to sell your product. So let me recap for you. So all during the week, I did Instagram posts, I did Instagram stories, I did Facebook stories, I did a newsletter. I did, the boutique posted it on their site. All of the vendors shared it. So when it got posted onto the boutique's website, 40 other vendors was sharing it out. So I feel like we did everything we could. Oh, and the lives, everything we could to promote it. Y'all, that was a heavy lift. It was a heavy lift to sell these stems. So, but I got to get the word out there because we think we're doing a lot of marketing and people know we're here. People don't know you're here. They don't know you. You've got to continue. It is just a continuous thing that you got to do. So once that happened, there were 2 women who were actually working in the boutique that day, and they just started, as people came in, they were talking to them. A gentleman came in because his wife saw my live, and he was like, she sent me over here just to buy tulips. And so I was wrapping them for him, and one of the women was like, go tell your friends, go tell all your friends. And so they were getting into it. We just started to create this higher energy around them. I talked to people about took me 5 years to figure out how to grow tulips, so this was my celebratory sale, and so people were excited about that. Even the ones who didn't buy were like, congratulations, I can't imagine sticking with something for 5 years. But out of that, a lot of those folks were like, how do we find out, how do we follow you on social media, what's the name of your farm, all of that. So good conversations. And then the folks who actually came in because they follow me on social media. Yeah, that was amazing. That took me back a moment. This lady comes in and she's like, I need your wildflower seeds. And I'm like, huh? What? And she's like, I saw the video you did the other day on Instagram, and she said, she lives 30 minutes away. She said, I came out here to come get your wildflower seeds. So y'all, the power of social media is amazing. And I know it's exhausting, but we have to do it. That's how people find out about you. Word of mouth. Putting it out here on the internet, God, having friends promote you. I had friends come in from 45 minutes away that came in to get some tulips. So y'all, it was a learning experience at the same time. And I've done pop-up flower bars. Y'all know about those. Tulips was a little bit different because I didn't do greenery. I just sold them individual stems. I let them pick, I cut them, rubber band them, and then I wrapped them in paper with my sticker. And so it still made a really pretty presentation when they got them. For some folks who were transplants here, who live up in the north, for some of them it was nostalgia, seeing the tulips. Because we can grow tulips like in our yards here sometimes, but they don't get very tall. And y'all, I am super proud. I got like 18 plus inches of stem length. So they are impressive in a vase. So y'all, it's a lot of work. I don't want you to give up. If you don't do social media, figure out how you can. If you go to church, maybe you can get in your church newsletter. Be creative around that. One of the most powerful pieces of advice I got a couple of weeks ago, we had our flower farm meeting, and we had a florist come in and talk to us. And she has a beautiful aesthetic. And it's not a traditional aesthetic, let me say it that way. And we were talking about how do we price our flowers wholesale, because that's something we all struggle with, right? Like, we look at a bouquet and we're like, no way I'm charging that much for it. Like, I wouldn't pay that. And she said to us, you're not your client. And I just kind of looked at her for a minute, because y'all, that took me a minute to digest, and I want you to think about that, because y'all know I am extremely frugal. I have a budget here on the farm. I talk about selling flowers a lot, but I am not also going to spend $45 on a bouquet of flowers. I'm just not. That's not who I am, whether I was flower farming or not. And when she said that, she said, yeah, you're not your client. That's not who you want to buy your flowers anyway, is it? No, I know who my folks are, who I'm targeting to buy my flowers, and she's right. I'm not in that target. I'm not. I mean, I could be, but I don't want to be. Y'all get what I'm saying? I know that's a little confusing, but when she said that, I mean, so I'm trying to remember that as like when I was doing these tulips and talking about the farm, all of those things. So it's just your friendly reminder. Figure out who your demographic is that you want to sell to and price accordingly. Y'all, it was a great experience. I will tell you, I'm tired as hell, and I slept late this morning because I was just wore out. It is a lot. When you are an introvert forced to be an extrovert and be on, y'all know you got to come home and you just got to be quiet, and you just got to rejuvenate. So that's the big thing that I wanted to talk to y'all about today. Don't give up. Make sure you know who your demographic is. Tailor your messaging around it. If you're not doing Facebook, Instagram, any of that, figure out how locally can you advertise. We have a local magazine here who has been very good to me. We've done some articles in there, so that has helped. What else? Your church, any of your social groups, even asking your friends if you make a post to share it. That, even if you don't do social media, ask them if you write something up and take a picture, will they make a post for you and share it out? So those are just some things you can do. So think about that. But just stay on it, guys. It's a lot. It's a lot to do. So anyway, today on the up, I've got to go clean up these weeds. I've got to get vegetables. Mr. Daydream's got to come build the vegetable raised bed, because we decided we're going to do that in the field because my vegetables are ready to go out, and I'm going to take a gamble because we haven't hit our official frost date. So anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I just want to encourage you just to stay with it. If you're getting a little bit down about it, it's going to happen. Y'all, it's taken me, this is going on my 6th year, and I feel like this is the year I'm finally hitting my stride. And I feel like I've worked really hard to get here, and probably in hindsight I could have done a lot of things differently to get here a little bit sooner, but I'm just here. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep at it. Look, if I could spend 5 years trying to grow some daggum tulips, y'all got this. Y'all got this. All right. Hope you have a wonderful week. We'll chat again next week. Y'all just don't give up on your daydream. Just don't give up on your daydream. See you soon, folks. Bye.